Hey Jimmy, Daphne here. Hope you're all well. Thank you for your note. So your exam is Monday. Woo! Okay, really exciting. Fantastic. Let's have a look at this. Good length on there. Well done. That's fantastic. Okay, so these days more fathers stay at home, take care of their children while mothers go out to work. What could be the reasons? Is this a positive or negative development? So currently in West, you need to say in, I would go in the West with a capital W. In the West. Right, I don't know if you want to go to the in the West modern society's parents' role, or I think that's what you mean, so in which case you need a comma there. Currently in the West, modern society's parents' roles have changed through decades in being completely normal that fathers stay at home taking care of the children and making house tasks while women are working because the economy and productivity are different as well. Oh, that's a very complicated first sentence. It's also very long, isn't it, as well? So currently in the West, modern society's parenting, I would change that to parenting, roles have changed. I would take that out. It's confusing. So I'd get rid of that. Oh, sorry, parenting, that is good. That's the correction. So you're describing, it's not necessarily the parents themselves. It's just, it's easier to do it that way, I think. Parenting roles, make it into an adjective. Now, it being completely normal. This is a really difficult structure you've got yourself into. Rather than using the ing, I would go, so it is completely normal. I'd go into that structure rather than it being. Being is, you're getting into a difficult grammar there. It's hard to get it right. So it is completely, sorry, oh, come on. So it is completely normal that fathers stay at home taking care of children, and we don't make house tasks, we complete house tasks, or domestic tasks, we would say. Tasks. While women are working, comma, because the economy and productivity are different. How do you mean different? You mean have increased, have improved, are more open? Change that word, definitely. My opinion, when fathers are at home, you can't have, again, you're coming into a difficult structure. I don't think you mean to do this. I think this is accidental. In my opinion, so I would take out that. Fathers, here you do need being in the home or at home, either, is a convenient benefit for many families. Okay, be careful there, Jimmy, that you've accidentally made that more complicated than it needs to be. Don't make your introduction too complicated. Already with an examiner thinking, I'm going, that doesn't look very confident as a start. You want to have a really good first impression. So this essay we'll discuss. Okay, good. There's no doubt. So we're looking at two things: reasons and is it positive or negative. So be very, very careful. We're going to answer those two things. First paragraph, what are the reasons? Yeah. Second paragraph, is it positive or negative? So what are the reasons? There's no doubt that women have had more options to work than before, which means you don't need to repeat the subject, which means better gender equality, not only in the jobs market, but also to have balance in the home tasks, such as cleaning. Okay, good. All of these create an excellent opportunity for fathers to improve. So for fathers to improve the emotional development of children, because young people, young ones or youngsters may feel safe. So come to these nice modal verbs. May feel safe and protected, ed, adjective there, when they're spending time inside the home of their fathers. As a complete study made by scientific magazines have shown, N, grammar there, present perfect, nearly 2/3 of children cared for by fathers had better academic performance, interesting, compared to those who had not had. Watch out on the grammar there. You need to go into a very nice past perfect. Had not had the chance to stay at home. Okay, let's change this to benefit from paternal guidance. So keep pushing there on the language. Therefore, strengthening ing, those father-child links increases harmony in the whole family. Good, that's really nice. But watch out. What are the reasons? Really, really careful, Jimmy, on your planning. Okay, a lot of students do this on this essay, actually. So don't worry. But when you have a two-part question, what are the reasons? So I want you to talk about the better access for women in the workplace. It's more acceptable for women to do difficult or high-level jobs. The quality of education and access to education is very different for women now compared to what it used to be. Positive or negative. So you might say, you're giving me a lovely positive there, which is great, I really like that, but you're not telling me the reasons. Watch out. In contrast, better for task 2, however, it is known, so not it has known, it is known that, if you're going to go into that structure, which I like, it is known that, or it is often suggested that. So write these ones down, use these. Fathers at home taking care of the children instead of mothers could cause disadvantages in the family's development because men do not have, watch out here, do not have, quite a lot of grammar mistakes here, Jimmy, watch out, the same expertise in doing the tasks at home, nor are they able to guide teenagers as well as, ooh, it's difficult guiding teenagers, isn't it? As well as women can do it. Some believe these traditional roles should continue. You don't need to repeat that. It's a bit repetitive, this. If you look how many times you've said that, traditional roles should continue as prison newspaper research. Good. Researched that 58% of people prefer this more conventional gender role distribution. Thus fathers keep working in children. I don't think that's quite on it. The gender role, therefore, any shift in family dynamics should be carefully considered. That is a better final sentence in that little paragraph there. Okay. In conclusion, I believe fathers could stay at home because they offer the infant. We don't offer two here. We offer the infant valuable experiences and knowledge that are necessary to build a strong personality in children. Okay. This suggests that fathers at home is a trend in continuous growth. On the other hand, women. Okay, now, I would stop after that, but look, they're worth the new markets. That is the first time you have mentioned this. Why is it happening? So if you look at the balance of the essay, this you would definitely not get your band 7 here, Jimmy. I'll be really honest with you. Number one, there's too many grammar mistakes. This is practice. This is just practice. Most students do have to do 2 essay packs, even more, to just get the practice in there, especially if you've got, you're finding the grammar a bit tricky. But more fundamental, task achievement, you have to answer the question as it's structured like this. So when you have a two-part question, there's lots of two-part questions at the moment in IELTS. If you have a two-part question on Monday, what are the reasons? Is it positive or negative? Okay, so really one paragraph for one paragraph for the other. So this idea, bring in this, but into your first paragraph. Okay, hope that helps you. Task 1, crazy rainfall. Ooh, this is hard. So the line graph shows the amount of rainfall. Okay, it's clear Scotland presented the largest. You can go into a superlative there, which would be nice. Fluctuations at the beginning of the year. In a high level of rainfall. And then a strong decrease reached any, yeah. Now we do it like this. Commas there. So, comma, not a full stop. It's different from Europe. After that, it, so that's that reference, it, is referring back to rainfall here. That's the subject of that sentence there. It continued its fluctuation, growing to 130 in March. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you need to give me every single detail. I would again say before a dry period in April and a more stable pattern. Something like that. Okay, you remember, the examiner can see this. So this is really important. Make comparisons. That's super important. And the main features. You don't need to give me every feature, but for me, this is a feature. This is really interesting. That contrast there. That's interesting when they're all having quite a high amount of rainfall in July. Here you've got a very low point there, having had a very high there. So take a pencil and just almost like circle, or with your computer just in your head, circle these well, it's not a trend, but circle these unusual things that are happening. Similar pattern. Lowest point in April, close to 20, and its peak near July. During July, both countries presented similar features. Good, but slightly different. Yeah, good. So that is a much better paragraph. That's really nice because you're grouping them all together. That works well. Watch out that one again. Overall, had a similar patterns except for the period. Good. Where Wales rainfall levels were recorded at. So recorded, registered. Yeah. Yeah, just remember those two. Remember those two that you could have as alternatives. So write those down as well. But that's much better. With less rainfall fluctuations maintained and so maintained. Connect that. In general, comma, close to 100. Yeah, that's nice. That's a much better answer. Well done. Lots of good stuff there. So group and compare. Well done, Jimmy. You're going to have a bonus couple of essays now, which is lovely. Well done. Can you get them to me on Saturday? I'm not working on Sunday and Monday. If you can get them to me on Saturday, I will get them done for you. Thanks, Jimmy. Brilliant.